guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, the Bright Side Girl, and today we're doing my HIKEATHON announcement for 2025. So HIKEATHON is my next readathon that we are doing May 13th through May 26th, so through Memorial Day. So this readathon will be 15 days. This is actually our 6th year doing HIKEATHON. I cannot believe that we are already on our 6th year. Like, I feel like after 2020, time just flew by in a weird way, and I can't believe we're already 6 years in, but a lot of you love to participate, so hopefully you're excited for this year as well. This readathon is themed around fitness and nature and kind of the in-between stage of spring and summer. We have a little bit of like a Girl Scout vibe, as you can see. I came up with this readathon because reading is such a sedentary activity, and it is so important for us to remember to take care of and move our bodies, whether that be stretching, walking, hiking, any kind of physical activity just keeps your body young and happy. And so I have some activity challenges revolved around that and some reading challenges that have like different vibes as well. Now, you do not have to do any of the activity challenges if you don't want to, so don't let that scare you. You don't have to do any kind of exercise if you don't want to. You can just do the reading activities and still have a really great time, because HIKEATHON is such a vibe. It's my favorite readathon that we do every year. All right, so we are ready to start prepping. I am your official Ranger Scout, and we are going to talk about the activity badges first. So I have 6 activity badges that you can earn. I have them all together on different graphics for your Instagram, both for your regular feed and your stories, and I have the graphics individually as well, so you can kind of play around with them. You can print them out. I see some people printing them and adding them to reading journals. Make sure to check out my graphics folder that I will link down below, because I have them all individually without any backgrounds as well, so that you can kind of play around with them on Instagram or Canva or whatever you want to do. So we have 6 activity challenges. I only changed one out this year, so the rest are going to be the same as last year. All right, so the first activity challenge is to go on a hike. I'll let you in on a little secret. Hiking is just walking out in nature. You can do it at a park. You can do it in your house if you want to. It's just a fun way to call going on a walk. I personally like to go to different trails and things. We live in an area where there are so many fun trails to go and visit and just be outside and get some fresh air and move your body, but you can do whatever you want to. You can use a walking pad in your house. You can just walk around your backyard. You can skip this activity, but whatever works for you is great. Next activity badge is to have a picnic. Again, you can do this at a park. You can do this inside. You can do this in your backyard. You can do this however you want to do it. You don't have to have like a cute little picnic basket and the whole setup. You can just pack a couple things with you and eat at a park picnic table, but this is such a good one for springtime. The next challenge is to go to a park, preferably a new park that you haven't been to if that's an option for you, but again, you can go and have your picnic there. You can bring your book and read. You can do your little walk. You can just sit outside for a second, but any park or place where you can be outside will work. Next is to read outside. So again, you can kind of combine all of these if you want to and do them all at once. Just read outside or do an audiobook outside. Whatever way you want to do it is great. Our 5th challenge is the new one, and that is to visit a Little Free Library. I have recently found out that Little Free Library has an app, and it will list all the Little Free Libraries near you. If you're not familiar, Little Free Libraries are these cute little house stands that people add books to, and it's take a book or leave a book or whatever you want to do. It's just a really fun way to kind of bring the communities together. So the app is really cool. I've always gone to Little Free Libraries when I see them, but the app tells you like where they all are. You can leave a little comment, like I put one time that this particular library didn't have any kids books. So if someone saw that, they would know if they wanted kids books not to go to that one, or that they could bring a kids book. It's just a really fun thing, and everybody does different styles of Little Free Libraries, and loving seeing all the different themes that people do for the Little Free Libraries and finding different ones for the readathons now. Most of the time they're in different neighborhoods, but sometimes they're at schools or at different parks, so there's a lot more options than you would expect, and each one is going to be totally unique to that area. They also have reading badges in the Little Free Library app that you can earn for how many times you visited a Little Free Library, how many books that you've left, so that's another fun thing that you can do as well. And then lastly is to do an outside activity. Again, you can count your walk or your reading outside for this, or you can do something separate like gardening or going to the zoo or visiting a garden preserve. Anything will work. All right, now for the reading badges. Again, you don't have to do any of these if you don't want to, but it is such a good way to get us to read through our TBRs or find new books that we haven't heard of. To me, it's like a little scavenger hunt for my shelves. I go and try to find things to meet the challenges. You can combine any of these, so if you have a book that fits like 4 different reading badges, you can totally do that. You don't have to read 12 individual books, but you can pick and choose as you go. I have actually added 5 new reading badges and replaced it with other ones. I took off the flower and bug related ones because we just did that for Randomathon Flowers, which was our last readathon, and so I wanted to do something a little bit different. The vibes of this readathon are a tiny bit different as well. So our first new one is woods in the title, so pretty self-explanatory. Any book that has woods in the title will work. The next one is a seasonal read. Now you can do this a couple different ways. You can do this where a book is set in a specific season, or there are a few books that have magic that have to do around seasons, or books that have different lands that are all set in different seasons, like one land will be completely in perpetual winter and one will be in perpetual summer, things like that. So you can kind of do this however you want. Challenge number 3 is mountain on the cover. I always think of mountains when I think of HIKEATHON, so this one you can do a mountain on the cover or on the title if you want to. Next is characters on a journey. Now this can be a physical journey where they are just traveling to get somewhere, or it can be an emotional journey if they're going through something that they need to overcome. However you want to do it is great. Next is another new one, and that is post-apocalyptic read. So I just put up a dystopian book recommendation video. I'm hoping to do a post-apocalyptic one as well before the readathon comes out. There are a few post-apocalyptic books in the dystopian category as well. So this is just a book that takes place after or during an apocalyptic event, whether it be weather related or like virus related or something that happens where the world is kind of in detriment. I don't know why, but like these types of books, I think because they have like a survival element and they wind up having to be outside a lot more, kind of make me think of HIKEATHON, so I thought that might be a fun one to add in. All right, so reading badge number 6 is set in nature. So pretty self-explanatory. The book doesn't have to be entirely in nature, but at least a portion of it takes place like in the woods or at a park or at some kind of nature event. All right, badge number 7 is another new one, and that is leaves on the cover. A nice naturey vibe. There are lots of books that have trees and leaves on the cover, so this should be pretty easy. Badge number 8 is also new, and that is a road trip. Spring and summer, I feel like spring break through summer are kind of road trip times, so a book that features a road trip I thought would be really fun. I have read a few road trip books, but not enough to do a full recommendation video, but I'll try to link a couple in my stories and different places as well. So just stay tuned. All right, so reading badge number 9 is set at camp. We did this one last year. I'm hoping to have a recommendation video for you guys before the readathon for books set at camp. I will also count books that have camping in them. So it doesn't just have to be like at a summer camp, but books where the characters are camping at some point. It doesn't have to be the entire book, but just at some point they are camping outside. Reading badge number 10 is elemental magic. So characters that have fire, wind, water, or earth magic. Reading badge number 11 is a survival read, so this works good with our post-apocalyptic read. I do already have a recommendation video for this one that you guys can go and check out, and then I have some newer ones that I'm going to try to do on an Instagram reel and a YouTube short as well, so stay tuned for that. Basically, the characters are trying to survive some situation. It could be something post-apocalyptic, dystopian style, outdoors. It could be an emotional survival. It could be a bad friendship. It could be a murder. And then our last reading badge is another new one, and that is shoe on the cover. It doesn't have to be the sole focus. You could just have characters on the cover that are wearing shoes, but shoes and hiking kind of go hand in hand, so I thought this would be a fun one. You can also join us on Storygraph, which is a new app that I have been using this year, and you can do reading challenges on there as well. They will keep up with your reading similar the way Goodreads does, but they do all of these really fun graphs and statistics and like nerdy book stuff. So the reading challenges are really fun to do over there, but because we have 12 reading badges, I will make 5 of them the official reading badges so that you can still complete the reading challenge, because it has like a little circle chart that will show you when you have completed the reading challenge. If I put all 12 of the reading challenges on there, you would have to complete all 12 in order to get a completed circle. So for those of us that really like to finish things, I'm gonna pick 5 of them to be the main ones, and then all the other ones will be bonus challenges. That way you can still complete your circle if you want to, but I will put the link for the reading challenge down below in the description, so make sure to check it out because we have a really good time over there as well. Like I said before, make sure to check out the description because I have the link to download all of these graphics, and I also have lots of other ones for your Instagram as well, like currently reading and currently listen to. Finished reads, I added a little circle that you could put the badge that you read the book for. There's a TBR and a bunch of different ones as well. The link is in my description. It will also be on my Instagram as well today, so make sure to check that out and download them. You'll get the best version of them that way as well versus just screenshotting. That being said, make sure you are following me on Instagram if you're not already at The Bright Side Girl. The hashtag for this readathon is hashtag HIKEATHONREADS. We do so many fun things on Instagram. I have 15 days of Instagram photo challenges that are really fun. These will enter you into a US only giveaway if you want to participate. You don't have to do them if you don't want to, or you can pick and choose and just do one or two, but it's a really fun way to make some friends, get some new book recommendations. Even if you're not going to participate in the photo challenges, I highly recommend that you still follow along my stories. I share everybody's posts and a lot of hikeathon themed activities and different things as well, so it's just a fun way to kind of immerse yourself in the theme. So make sure you're following along on there. Also, I have a hikeathon music playlist on Spotify that you can listen to like while you're driving or in between reading. This is all themed around all of our reading challenges. I will also link the Readathon Flowers music playlist because this one still kind of ties in and is also really good. So if you want some fun vibes, check out both of those. They'll be linked down below. I'll be vlogging the full 2 weeks of hikeathon, but what's cool is I will be posting them every 2 to 3 days. I do this to kind of keep us extra motivated to like keep reading and keep moving, so you'll get a new vlog every 2 to 3 days, and I like to visit a different hiking trail or park every day if I can. I try to get ahead on some of my work so I can do this, as well as doing some hikeathon themed activities and of course reading all the best books ever. I had so much fun last year. I'll link last year's full hikeathon playlist down below, and I've started one now for this year as well that will have this video as well as all the recommendations and everything that are coming up and the reading vlog. So there'll be a separate playlist for just this year and then a full playlist for all the past years if you want to go check out all my past book hauls and all that stuff. I have a hikeathon book haul coming very soon where you'll get lots of recommendations for all the different reading badges, as well as my hikeathon TBR and hopefully 2 recommendation videos. I am also collaborating once again with Book Gizmo. So we have 2 designs for hikeathon. She designs book sleeves, book jackets, Kindle sleeves that are so adorable, and she's been doing collaborations with me. She also has a mountain design on her May pre-order release as well that also works really good for hikeathon. She does pre-orders for these so that she can get them in time, so make sure you go over and check them out. The hikeathon one isn't officially up yet. I'll link it when it is available here really soon. I have used her book sleeves and book jackets for years. I love them so much. They keep your books safe. They're really good quality, very inexpensive. It's such a fun small business to support. I believe she does all of them by herself. She works so hard, really takes care of her customers, and so I just really appreciate her, so make sure to check it out. You can use code Readathon for 10% off your order from her. I'll also link some hikeathon ambiances that you can put on in the background while you are physically reading that are camping and nature themed. Gets you all in the good vibes. Alright you guys, I think that is everything that I have to share with you today. Again, make sure you're just checking out the description. There is so much fun stuff in there to help you build your TBR and just get in the mood for hikeathon. But don't let this video intimidate you. Like I said, you do not have to do a single reading challenge, activity challenge, photo challenge, or anything that you don't want to do. You can read one book that's themed like around nature, hiking, or anything like that, and you will have completed the readathon. The other stuff is just for those of us that get really into it and like to have a good time, and we kind of treat it like a little reading party. It's like a holiday in the middle of springtime, and we just get really immersive. Don't be intimidated by that. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Also, don't be intimidated by people that are reading more than you. We all have different lifestyles, abilities, and desires for the amounts that we want to read. I usually get through 8 to 15 books for the readathon, which I know sounds like a lot, but a lot of times I'm doing graphic novels, which are super short, audios that can be super short, a lot of audiobooks that I listen to while I'm hiking and working, and I work from home so I can listen to things a lot as well. And everybody just has a different lifestyle. Don't be intimidated if you see people reading a lot more than you. You're on your own reading journey, and we're all here to support each other. However, I do have a how to do a readathon video. This is specific to my readathons if you want to have the easiest, the best, and the most fun experience. So I have lots of tips and tricks specifically for my readathons that you can go and check out, and it will just give you a helping hand. Let me know if you are excited for HIKEATHON. I am so excited. I cannot wait to get started with you guys. Stay tuned for all the HIKEATHON themed videos and YouTube shorts and Instagram reels coming your way very soon, and I'll see you guys next time on The Bright Side.